Hi everyone! Welcome to another episode of Nathan's 3D Factory. In this episode, I have a mesh and a grease pencil right here that I am going to show you just kind of the relationships on doing the geometry nodes, okay? So, right here, you see this grease pencil face, and what I'd like to do is I'd like to turn this into a mesh that's going to combine with this geometry, right? Well, first, I want to make sure that I could actually convert this to actual geometry, right? So if I go into geometry nodes, this is what I tried first. I'm going to say, all right, we're going to start with this, and we're going to convert to mesh, right? Curve to mesh, that'll definitely work for it. So now you'll see it's turned into just curves. I can add a profile curve, circle, curve. I'm going to fill the caps. Okay. Now you'll see, oh, cool. Now we have this. All right. We have this nice physical geometry, and I want to apply it. And we're going to say apply active keyframe. But it says evaluated geometry from modifier does not contain grease pencil geometry. That's a problem, right? So we're going to X out of that, and we're going to go instead to our mesh. So now if we do new geometry nodes here, we're going to add a grease pencil to this. Good. So now we have our grease pencil, and I want to join this with this geometry, so I'm going to add a join node, join geometry. Okay. Now, if I just put the geometry in right here, we join that, and then we can say, I want to change this to mesh. Okay. And then we're going to do a profile curve here. Let's see, circle, curve. Okay. And now, let's think right here, right? Okay, so now we have this object in that's joined with this. All right, everything's set, right? Let's look at it and let's apply it, right? Well, it didn't quite work now, did it? That was another thing where I was having some problems. What do I do? So if we control Z that, we're going to add one more step to this. And what that is that we're going to do realize instances. And then each layer in the geometry with the grease pencil is treated as an instance. And since we only have just the one layer, we'll just get one instance, but you get the idea, right? Now, if we say apply for that, I'm going to turn this off. And now you see that now it has become part of the mesh. It's something I'd been like kind of agitating over this whole week, right? So I can go into tab, and there it is. There's all the geometry that we need right there. So that is how you get grease pencil geometry so that it actually applies to a mesh and it becomes a physically printed property, something that you can actually physically hold in your hands. Really cool, right? So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. This is something that it was an answer to what I was trying to figure out. I figured it out and I want to pass that on to you so that you can figure out how to do the same thing, right? So let me know in the comments what you thought of this episode, what you thought of this tutorial. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. And thank you so much for watching this episode of Nathan's 3D Factory. Have a great day, guys.